Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer Worlds. We have a grassland imperial base for you here in this episode, featuring a combination of terrain. As per usual in this series, we're going to run through step by step how you can achieve the same results. You're welcome to copy this setup for your own games of Warhammer 40,000. So I'll take you through step by step. I'll leave as many links as I can in the video description below for each of the elements that make up this board. The first part is the battle mat. So this one is 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for your games of 10th edition 40k. It's called Highlands in War. It's from gamemat.eu. It's the mouse mat material, which I'm a big fan of. It gives you that brilliant colour scheme straight away, so all the colouring is done for you with the battle mat. Rolls out nice and flat, comes with a carry case as well, and then it's a softer material, so you have the rubbery material underneath, and then the printed design on top. So it's nice and quiet for dice rolling, like no clattering sounds, and also figure friendly. Also for models falling down, as a softer impact for them as well. So this gives you a colour palette, rich grassland on this one. There's some rocky details designed into this as well. There's also some bare patches of earth, as you can see, with the grass it's given way to some bare ground, which is a nice touch just to break up that grain. But a lot of it's this rich green grassland running through, and again you can see some more of the rough ground running through, which actually works out quite nice as almost like a path running through at the base. So that's the battle mat. It gives you your foundation colours. So we've got greys, sandy, earthen colours, and then obviously the main green running through as well. So that's influenced the terrain choice and also the supporting like foliage also. So next up, the terrain is being shared between two. So we have the gamemat.eu industrial terrain set. That's these pieces. You get 4 in that set. You also get the pipes in that set as well. There's a number of other structures as well which I haven't fitted onto this board. That's all part of that set from them. The colour scheme that I've gone for, I've enhanced the terrain. It comes in kind of this kind of colour scheme across here. I've gone on to enhance it and added on some colours. Avalon Sunset is the colour here, which matches in nicely with the colour scheme of the foliage and the battle mat. So that makes up that element, and then we're sort of featuring a base here. So this terrain, it's the Gothic Sector Battlefield in a box. It's from Gale Force 9, and within that set, these all come boxed up individually, so you can pick and choose which to go for. Gale Force 9 have sort of sent me one of each as an example, but they're individually boxed, so you can pick and choose which sets you want to build up your Gothic sector. So they come boxed up like this, just to give you an example. So you get 2 of these, which is these 2 across here. Now I'll pick this one up just to give you an idea. So pre-made, pre-painted terrain. So this is exactly how they come, just straight out of the box. I'm ready to use. I'll just place that on back there. But as I said, individually boxed, you can pick and choose which you want to use to build up your terrain setup. So there's all sorts here. There's these structures, there's landing pads, conduit type things, sentry towers, which are very cool with their turrets. There's a taller one there, and there's lower ones there as well. I'll put links for these in the video description. So it's the Gothic Sector Battlefield in a box, and this particular set is the plasma generators, but there's all different types, as you can see. So both sets look great. The industrial terrain set for gamemat.eu, if I brought the rest of it in, it would fill out the table really well. Or you can go through the Gale Force 9, the Gothic Sector. So there's 2 options. We've sort of sampled both here in this video. So that bulks out the battlefield, and usually place these kind of things central. So like some big fight in the middle, an objective to go after, a main focal point, main feature on the board. And then to support that, this green theme that we've got running, it's this terrain across here. So it made up of a few elements. I'm going to pull it apart here so you can see what's going on. So there's clusters of foliage like this. So I always keep a lookout whenever I'm out at the sort of cheap hardware shops, the pound shops, bargain shops, aquatic places are really good for this fake foliage. This actually came as a ball, a round ball of foliage, and then just cut it up into pieces. and then I just place it onto the board in clusters. There's a larger cluster there. I've actually broken that ball up into a number of pieces. It all came from the one bit. It's about £5, and it's just, the great thing about this is you've got a nice rich satin finish. There's no painting involved. If it ever gets dusty, you just wash it, and it should last forever. So they're excellent. So clusters of that. And then for these larger pieces, it's the same kind of stuff, just different bits I've picked up from different places. And then to give them their height and their structure and something to stick them into, then there is this bark here. Now I got that from eBay. So it's actually cork bark, natural. You can search for that on places like eBay. It is used in aquatic centres, used for things like lizards, to go in their tanks, for them to hide under and so on. So you can get natural cork bark, search for on eBay. I just got some large natural pieces posted through and then just broke them up into smaller chunks. But they give you that nice textured finish, so there's no real art painting work to do and so on. You can just break them up and use them straight away. And the great thing about the cork is that it's nice soft wood, so you're able to stick bits into it very easily. So then this is made up of individual pieces. I used matchsticks, drilled in, stuck the matchstick in here, and then just simply planted the different types of fake foliage and just stuck them in, different types, and then just built this up till it became this large foliage cluster like so. So plenty of variety, no painting involved at all with this, and yet all the effects are done for us. And then I can pick these up as nice chunky pieces, move them around. They're great for, we can use them as obscuring terrain. There's a real good height on these. Often in games we'll use these as obscuring. For this particular setup, I've put them around the edges because we've got plenty of terrain in the middle, but there's enough height on these that you really could go for a jungle warfare type battlefield. Then these smaller pieces I just use just to blend them in to the battlefield. So that's how that's been put together. Very, very easy to do. Instant foliage, and again, no painting work and so on involved. Then the finishing touch, that's to blend in the terrain. Here, these buildings and also the foliage across here is two things. First is your lichen. So you can get that again, get it from eBay, model shops, model railway shops and so on. You can get a hold of that from there. And then finally is the finishing touch of the stones. So stones sprayed up. Using for these ones a number of colours: skeleton bone, desert yellow, leather brown, those kind of colours being used on these stones. Those are all army painter sprays. Put them in a tray, spray them up, shake them around, spray them up until you get the desired colour. So you pick your colours out of the battle mat. It could be like a rusty battle mat, it could have tones of blue, greys running through. You pick those colours, use the sprays, and then you're trying to spray up the stones to match in as close as possible to the mat. And it just helps to blend in the 3D onto the 2D nature of the battle mat. So those are the elements to this table. So I've not just got buildings running through here, but there is sort of a wild frontier, a wild edge to this, which I want a display in the middle, a base in the middle, but then it's surrounded by more the rugged natural surroundings. So Battlemat from GameMat.eu, I'll link it below. Then your options are twofold. You can go for the Gale Force 9 option across here, which looks great on this board, and also the industrial terrain set works really well on here as well. And then the final finishing touch, these homemade clusters of foliage, which are very, very easy to do. Just keep a lookout and get a hold of the right materials, the smaller stuff, and then the final finishing touches with the stones and the lichen. That gets you a table looking something like this. So looking forward to playing some games across this one. Nice theme running here. I always like fighting across like imperial bases, that kind of theme. And we've got that here on this lush grassland. Keep a lookout for more videos in this series as per usual, where you will fade out with some atmospheric music just to capture the flavour of this board. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.